Welcome back, everyone. It's Pastor Jason once again, and today I do not have a Bible study to share with you, but I do want to just talk about some of the ramifications of voting yes on Amendment 3. Our DCE Charity Smith just released some great videos last week just walking us through the wording of Amendment 3, and I'm going to follow that up by asking the question today: what happens to Missouri if Amendment 3 passes? You know, we Lutherans are guilty of chasing after the question, what does this mean? Well, today I'm going to wrestle with a slightly different question. That is, what could this mean? All right, so first, this would make abortion a constitutional right for all 9 months of pregnancy, according to a provider's discretion. So, pregnant women could legally have an abortion at any time for any reason, physical or mental, with no restrictions. And this would be done to give women more control over their own health care, but at expense of the baby's. The baby's life is suddenly callously disregarded in favor of the pregnant woman's life. And remember, babies do not have a voice to speak for themselves already. This, of course, especially applies to babies in the womb. The second thing that would happen is that all current state laws about abortion would be eliminated. And this includes the partial birth abortion ban. This includes parental consent for minors. So if a minor wanted to, they would be able to undergo an abortion without notice or permission from their parents legally. This would also completely gut all health and safety standards for abortion clinics. And the ambiguous language of Amendment 3 could even allow unlicensed people to perform or induce abortions. Related to this, women would also lose their ability to sue for malpractice. This is significant because it removes a hedge that forces abortion clinics to practice abortions carefully and correctly. Not only would abortion become far more common, but it would be far less regulated and more dangerous because there's no consequences for them being performed sloppily or carelessly. And third, this would also severely restrict all regulations and abortion restrictions without another amendment to the Constitution. So in other words, if this amendment passes, it would borderline take a miracle to undo it. So we're talking about a virtually permanent change to our Constitution if this thing passes. Giving pregnant women more control over their health care is genuinely appealing to many. But here's the million-dollar question: at what cost does that freedom come? And what does God, our Creator, who, as we've already talked about in our previous videos, creates and values and treasures all human life, what does he think about all of this? There's one more scenario that I want to envision before I let you go, and I gotta admit that I am reading between the lines on this one, but I'm imagining a possibility that can happen because of the ambiguous wording of Amendment 3. And so I've got it right here in front of me on my laptop. I just want to read to you one of the paragraphs and talk about it briefly. And so it says here in the second paragraph, "The government shall not deny or infringe upon a person's fundamental right to reproductive freedom, which is the right to make and carry out decisions about all matters relating to reproductive health care, including, but not limited to, prenatal care, childbirth, postpartum care, birth control, abortion care, miscarriage care, and respectful birthing conditions." So remember what I said about a minor being able to undergo an abortion without parental consent? What if there is a minor that wants to undergo a sex change or a gender transition? Legally, they'd be able to work with this to be able to do that without parental consent at all. I know that I haven't really shared any gospel with this video, but please consider these things when you vote. When, not if, but when you vote. Consider these things from God's perspective. What does he want us to do? And how does he want us to live? And how does he want us to see human life?